Ah, yes it does. Hold it down. Yes it does. Hold it down. It'll say goodbye. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. Hmm? Oh, yeah, I already had one. Thanks. Oh, good. Well, good. Oh, I don't care. We're fine out here. She's right here. She's bathing herself right now.
Okay, because you didn't come in and say, we're here. Okay, Ruthie.
No, she was outside eating.
Oh, good. Hi, Rupert.
Huh? Yeah, I think I have one right now. It's not gonna run out for like days though. No. Because those chargers are cheap. I thought you had one. Hold on. Can you see the headphones for a second? I'll get to that when I can. I didn't get to it today. Sorry. Just any store. It doesn't. Okay. Yeah. Oops. I haven't played this in so long. This is a good game, though. Forgot this game has Streets of Rage 4 iframes. You can't damage boost through kill zones in this game. Very different from like other games in this era, like Mario and Mega Man, where you could take damage and walk on spikes and stuff. It's just how it works in Streets of Rage 4. Environmental obstacles and stuff, you still get hit through iframes, which is one of the things I don't like about that game. I feel a little bit unfair sometimes. One pixel of damage and you fall into the fire, you're just dead, you have no iframes. I keep trying to go too fast. That's actually kind of annoying. You can't damage boost well in this game. You lose like all your momentum for one. Any kill zone obstacle, you still die, even if you have full health. Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry I had to step away for a bit. I didn't see your messages. Just chilling tonight. Obstacles in this game are crazy. Let's come back to that later. It's a really good game though. Back when licensed games were made by high-profile Japanese studios, there was like a chance that the game would actually be good. But then they started getting really bad Western studios to make those kinds of games, and they just got worse over time. Good example is that Cobra Kai game that just came out. Imagine if that was made by Japanese. They got some other people to do it. It wasn't really a good game. I loaded the wrong one. I don't want that one. Yeah, I have like, how many games on here? I have every Super Nintendo game. I have every Nintendo game. I have a majority of the good Dreamcast games on here too. A bunch of arcade stuff. I have a couple Wii and GameCube games. Game Boy Advance, PS1, PS2, arcade. A lot of games on here. Just whatever I feel like playing, I can always just pull something up. It's really nice. he's totally not dead, by the way. Batman doesn't kill anybody. Looks like Kiryu from Yakuza. He never killed anybody. The guy just... His bike just exploded and he fell to the ground pretty hard. Nope, he's not dead. Just needs to take an aspirin, get a day of rest. He's good. Good to go. Did I ever play Batman Forever SNES? Oh boy. Oh boy, yes I did. I had that game. What a fucking piece of shit that game is, man. Dreadful. Kusage. That's some quality Kusage right there. That game is a piece of shit. I actually did have that game as a kid. Look at the discrepancy between that and this. This was made by Konami, who at the time was a very prolific Japanese developer. That Batman Forever game was made by a Western team. Hello. I was wondering if someone was going to ask about that. I didn't want to reveal my troubled past there, but yes, I did have Batman Forever for the Super Nintendo as a kid. What a pile of garbage that game is. The best of the worst. The Sega STV game. Yeah, I've never actually played that game before. I think I might have played it at some point. Yeah, that game is the video game equivalent of a lump of coal for Christmas or your birthday. That game's fucking horrible. Very bad video game. Worst is I chose Batman Forever over Kirby Superstar. It's definitely something I'll never live down. No matter how old I get, I'll never live down the fact that I had the choice of getting Kirby Superstar and I got fucking Batman Forever. Yeah. Not one of my wisest decisions. I did play Kirby Superstar like a couple months later, though. I did get to experience that game. It's just in terms of owning it, I had Batman Forever instead of Kirby Superstar. It wasn't so much that we were dumb kids. It's just that we didn't realize that the good licensed games were all from Japan, pretty much. But a lot of the rights holders for those popular shows and media would cheap out, and they'd get some randos from like Europe or America to do it, who were nowhere near as experienced or talented in game design. That's why I'd get stuff like what I was just playing, and then you get things like Batman Forever and a lot of the other really shitty licensed games. It's funny how it's like the opposite now. There's just barely any licensed movie games anymore. And if they are, they're like really cheap, no-name developers that don't do a good job. I'm talking about like movie tie-ins and stuff, not stuff like Dragon Ball Fighters. Even though Namco's output is very inconsistent. For every like Dragon Ball Fighters and stuff like that, they have like 10 shitty arena anime fighters that are all the same, and they're not good games. Maximum Carnage I had as a kid too, yes. Media. It's the best fucking track right here. This is like one of my top 10 video game sound music, I think. Up there, anyway. Media. You want to know the bad thing about this track? It only plays on that screen, and no matter how bad you are at the game, you never get to hear a full loop of it. And then this track, Law and Disorder, plays like feels like half of the game pretty much. not a bad track. It just it plays far too often. The music distribution in this game is really weird. It makes really bomb tracks that they play like once or twice. This game has some really cool stuff that like a lot of other beat 'em ups haven't done, even now. Like the fact that every character, they're the best with a certain weapon. Like with Guy, he's a ninja, so the nunchaku are the best with him. Like Hager's good with the pipe, Dean with the hammer. I think that's a really cool mechanic. Nobody else really ever explored. Usually, weapon drops and beat 'em ups are usually like a straight downgrade. If you can hold on to these hold on to your character's favorite weapon, it'd be pretty useful. Best tracks in this game is the first screen, the Call Man level. This next track is pretty good too, and then the last level, Explosive Situation. It's the best tracks in this game. This track's decent too. You get a unique S string when you have your character's favorite weapon. Kind of like EX attacks in Dynasty Warriors. You consider this game is like predates Dynasty Warriors doing that by like 12 years, 15 years actually. Pretty cool, creative mechanic. Still not as good as just using your base moveset, but the fact that they tried to make the weapons worth using. Something most beat 'em ups even today don't even bother trying to attempt. Next good track. game was doing a lot of really ambitious stuff with beat 'em ups at the time. You have like the first beat 'em up where picking up a weapon is not like a complete downgrade. They have like the whole unique mechanic system with the weapons. You have a super bar. You have running attacks, a running string. This game was really ahead of its time. Part of why it's aged so well. A lot of the beat 'em ups that come out now aren't even really doing stuff like that. That's why I don't like a lot of the modern beat 'em ups, because they're just punch and jump, which is not interesting to me. As old as this game is, I'm trying to do something different. Kind of expand on a timeless formula. Gotta break the sign to get the shortcut. There we go. It skips that level. I don't think a lot of people know about that, but if you break the bus terminal, you just skip that level completely. The speed run strat. See, like if I pick this up with him, he can't do anything with it. But if Lucia picks this up, she gets a unique string with it. Yeah, this game was trying to do something different. The only other game around this time that was doing something like that was Streets of Rage with the weapon blitz attacks in 3. But still kind of a half-baked mechanic. You were still always better off just using your normal moveset. This game is just underappreciated because it came out like, I think under a year before the N64 came out. The reason why this game has aged so well is because it still has mechanics that a lot of the modern indie beat 'em ups don't do. Like not having running or not having like a super bar or anything like that. I'd say this and Ninja Warriors are the best beat 'em ups on Super Nintendo. Pretty much no contest. The other Final Fight games on Super Nintendo are bad. This one still has the same limitations that all the other ones do. You can only have up to 4 enemies on the screen at once. That's the worst thing about the Super Nintendo Final Fight trilogy. The hardware limitations. You don't get the thrill of having like a dozen dudes come at you in this game. But the improved mechanics deeper mechanics to make up for it, in my opinion. The other two Final Fight games on Super Nintendo, not so much, because it's just the same thing but worse. There's nothing unique about those games at all. Final Fight 2 didn't really change anything. Kind of just like a direct-to-video sequel. Now that I said that, nobody watching this is going to be able to unsee that there's only 3 enemies on the screen at once. It's not something you really notice until someone tells you. The only time there could be 4 enemies on the screen is if they're all the exact same sprite. Like in the last level where you fight all those claw guys, you can fight 4 of them at once because they're the only sprite on the screen. Any other combination of sprites, the limit is always 3. As good as this game is, it's not as exciting as the arcade version. Good example here. There should be 4 of them coming on now. They're all the same sprite. That's what makes Final Fight 2 such a shitty game, because it's just Final Fight 1 with different sprites. There's nothing really unique about it. With this game, they tried to make up for the limitations by adding really sick mechanics. Oh, yeah. This is a fucking banger track right here. Explosive Situation. One of my favorite beat 'em up soundtrack or tracks. Very good last level theme. Hey, my control. Oh, wait. Forgot about this path. Yes. Called Law and Disorder. Very overused. Not a bad track by any means. Just the track distribution in this game is all kinds of messed up. Hello, Brendan. That's the plan. Obviously, the last few days have been quite stressful, so it's nice to just chill and play some of my favorite boomer games. I know not everybody's interested in these kinds of streams, but this is the shit I grew up with. Really influenced the kinds of games that I enjoy. I still play when I can, especially now that I'm doing this job over here. And I have a phone that can actually handle emulation. I can run pretty much anything up to GameCube just fine. Which is a lot of games, obviously. Most of the stuff you'd want to play run fine on here. So I figured, why not? I've had some people suggest before, like, playing old games, not just new games. So, it's a nice compromise for everybody. I'll probably do some retrospectives on these at some point. Good old Andor with the freaking 10-mile long hitbox on his command grab. Some things never change. Couldn't super him in time. Yeah, I would love a. I've said this a lot. I would love a ROM hack of this game with no gameplay changes. Just make the first track play more often, because that track is a fucking musical masterpiece. But you don't get to appreciate it. Yeah, you break that door, guy. Show who's boss. I actually accidentally went on the really long route. That's why my lives are not looking good right now. Accidentally went on that path. You don't normally never fight that chef. The speed run path. You skip all that. Huh? What dog? Oh, Doug, yeah. Hey, Groupie. Wanna come up, girl? Come on up. Come on up. Where'd you go? She went AFK for like an hour. Where's Groupie? Go ahead, man. I'm not eating right now. Yeah, she went outside for a bit. I don't know why. By the way, an update on the incident. I filed a police report last night. I don't expect to get the money back, to be honest. But I think at this point, my goal is to make sure that guy doesn't do that to anybody else. Ideally, that would be the best situation if I can't get the money back. But people are aware of the situation. People are actually knew him in the past and stuff, so we'll see. I got a very generous donation from somebody in the group, people that knew that guy. So pretty much most of the money has been made back. I got a new external hard drive today. Not as exciting as a new console or a new game, but it's something I've needed for a couple months now. Damn games are getting bigger and bigger. Kingdom Hearts 3 is like 70 gigs. Really glad I don't like first-person shooters because that Modern Warfare game is like it's like 250 gigs or something. Yeah, the stock PlayStation 5 drive has like 500 gigs. And that Call of Duty, whatever it's called, the Battle Royale one, is like 270 gigs. That's what someone in here who donated me said that yesterday. What? How is a Battle Royale of all things that big? Besides the fact that it's so hard to get that damn console in the first place, I think the unsung issue with that console is there's too little space. I find it odd that they don't compress the games anymore. I think that because they have that SSD in there that basically abolishes load times completely. You think that they would compress the data. The compression shouldn't affect it that much. I mean, I don't know exactly how that technology works, but you would think. There's like whole articles about how Activision is like promising to lower the space. Like, how the hell did you code that game? When you think about it, the Battle Royale does not have that many unique assets. It's just a couple of really big maps. How big are those texture files? Makes me really glad I can't stand first-person shooters. But even just with the niche stuff I play, I've had like my hard drive space has been living on a prayer for a couple months now. I got a 1 terabyte external today, so I should be good for the next batch of larger games. I also want to store more ROMs too and start doing boomer game stuff at home too, not just on the phone. That will allow me to do that. I also need to back up some of my stuff too. That's the plan. Back up some of the stuff off my mechanical. Well, if they put a larger hard drive in there, it would cost more. Which is kind of ironic when you think that was like a core part of the PS5's design, was getting that cutting edge technology with a special custom SSD that basically makes games that used to take like ages to load instantly. But they were trying to keep the cost down. But now, because they still decided to release it in a pandemic, nobody's getting it at MSRP anyway. So either you buy it off a scalper or you get stuck with one of those forced bundles with a bunch of shit you don't want for like $800. In retrospect, they probably could have put like at least a 1 terabyte in there. And with the current world situation and the shortage on the chips and stuff, we still would have had to buy them in bundles anyway. It wouldn't have been that much more money. I honestly think they should have delayed it. I'm not even really particularly excited to have one because I have a slightly above average PC. But as a content creator, I do need to have one sooner than later. It's like graphics cards too. You can't get those at MSRP right now. Desperation. Also because the scalper, unless it's a scammer like that guy that scammed me this week, you're not gonna get beaten by a bot. That's how their whole business works. The scalpers and the scammers. Especially like parents trying to get them for their kids. Obviously, it's a pretty shitty time to be a kid. You can't go anywhere. You can't play with your friends. At least if your parents are fucking responsible and don't let you do that for the sake of our country opening up again. Lots of pressure to try to get one for your kids. Would have been a good deal if that guy actually didn't fucking scam me. Imagine when the next Call of Duty comes out and people try to play that in the Battle Royale one. You're gonna have to uninstall one of them, kids. Which one's gonna go? Fucking 270 gigs. That's crazy to me. I have 128 on here and I have like probably like close to 2,000 games on here. It boggles my mind that one game can be double of the capacity I have on here, which is 128. All the sites are taking advantage of the situation too to get rid of stuff that no one wants, like random shares and accessories and shit. It's like, dude, I don't want a camera. I don't want PlayStation now. I don't have enough money for that shit. Just sell me the damn console. And it's not helping. It's not helping to stop the scalpers either. That's the worst thing about it. I saw one bundle that actually looked like it would have been a good deal. It actually had a pretty decent selection of games and very little junk. It had like came with like the Spider-Man game. I think it was the Demon Souls remake, Neo remastered. I'm like, damn, that's actually not terrible if you haven't played those games before. I mean, it's still way more expensive than just buying the ones you want yourself. And those are a pretty diverse range of subgenres in action games. Especially, I think the worst discrepancy is the fact that they had the Neo collection and Demon Souls, which are like polar opposites. Neo is like mechanically way more involved than anything in any of the Souls games. Most people that play one don't like the other. But those are still high quality games. There's like $850 or something. That's like the only good bundle deal I've seen for PS5. Getting a majority of the good games available for it. This track is so good. Definitely one of my favorite final level tracks in a beat 'em up. I'd rank it up there with the Ninja Warriors final level. Streets of Rage 2 and 1, their final levels. Definitely up there. If I made like a tier list. Luckily, Streets of Rage 4 came out and has really good music. I like the majority of the tracks in that game. I feel like some of them are a little bit too slow-paced. I'd argue it lives up. It lives up to the old ones. I think people are a little bit too critical of it because it's not the exact same thing. Fight and Rage soundtrack is really good too. Yeah, I will never agree with that game's inability to run. That's why it's kind of refreshing playing older games like this that are faster paced. All right, here comes the gremlins, the gremlin gauntlet. So you notice here, 4 of them on the screen at once. 4 Joes on the screen at once because they're the same sprite. Any other time, there can only be 3. I always point that out whenever I play this game, and people usually don't notice until they're explicitly told. Every Final Fight game on Super Nintendo is like that. That's why I think the Streets of Rage trilogy is better overall, because they have a higher enemy count. Genesis had a better CPU. Ironically, it has a lot less beat 'em ups than the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo hardware is not the best for beat 'em ups. I'd argue this game hits a pretty good compromise with having really awesome mechanics, though. character has a larger moveset. It's not just punch and jump. Like universal running, super moves. I think so, yeah. The thing about the Genesis versus Super Nintendo is the Super Nintendo has better colors and a better sound chip if used properly, but it has a much worse processor. So for genres like this where you need a lot of characters on screen at once, it is a lot worse than the Genesis. Problem with the Genesis is a lot of the games look really washed out. It's like a darker color palette and stuff. But ironically, there's a lot less beat 'em ups on the Genesis. There's a ton of beat 'em ups on Super Nintendo. I'm just gonna waste a credit here. This is the last screen. The last screen before black. What's interesting about the Game Boy Advance is it has better RAM than the Super Nintendo, which is why the beat 'em ups on there are pretty cool. Like I've been playing a lot of Final Fight 1, the remake, half remake that they did on there. That version of the game is better than the Super Nintendo version because it has the arcade enemy count. Like if you have a choice between playing Final Fight 1 on Game Boy Advance or Super Nintendo, you should always pick Game Boy Advance. Yes, the music is worse because Game Boy Advance has a really shitty sound chip, but only a couple composers got some good stuff out of it, but it's a lot more faithful to the arcade version. And they added a bunch of cool unlockables too. Game Boy Advance has a lot of good games, but it was the beginning of what I call the shovelware era of Nintendo, because that was released at the time when games were getting a lot more expensive to make, and not everybody had the money to make like a console game. So everybody started dumping all their shovelware on the Game Boy Advance. Same thing with the Wii. The Wii has a lot of amazing games too, but like 95% of the library is shovelware. Because a lot of those companies didn't have money to make like full HD quality games. So they would just dump them on there where they cost like nothing to make, and Even though they'd end up in the bargain bin in like a week, they still made money. The Game Boy Advance was like the beginning of that era. It's like the last console to have a bunch of really shitty licensed games. Like, the whole ROM set for Game Boy Advance is like 40 gigs or something. Maybe like 100 of those games are worth playing. Most of them are terrible. The people making the good Game Boy Advance games are almost exclusively Japanese. The quality of those games is way better than anything else on there, really. There's a very polarizing library, just like the consoles after it. Pretty much every Nintendo console since then have like amazing games, but then like 95% of it is poop. But that's why I have this channel. I help you guys sift through all that crap. Find the good shit. Tell people about it. Show how the game works. That's what I like doing. I don't really play a lot of popular games. Still lots of great games out there. It's just you need content creators to actually tell you where they are. There's just so much shit coming out. Ah, thank you. What's up, Groupie? What you doing? She doesn't want to sit on my lap today. She's being a little antisocial. What's wrong, girl? You're feisty tonight. Come on up here. We're about to beat Final Fight 3. Come on up. Come on. She's being silly right now. She's got the zoomies. What do you got the zoomies for? Huh? Crazy girl. I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's got the hardcore zoomies right now. Must have slept all day or something. Normally she's very relaxed. Every now and then she gets that kitten energy. We don't know how old she is. She's an adult cat. We don't know her exact age. Probably like 5 or 6. Like not a senior cat, probably, but at the age where they don't get the zoomies as much. Oh, that's cool. Those people are nobodies to me, but I know some people are excited about that. I have no clue who those characters are. Groupie was a stray, yeah. Just kind of showed up one day. She was out in the front eating, and I came up to her and gave her some treats, and then she just instantly loved me. And it's taken about a year, but a year or more of working with her, but now she comes inside and she likes to be in here now. She's probably got some trauma like I do. I mean, who knows? They can't talk to us. I imagine she probably had a really rough life, but she's happy now, and that's all that matters. She likes to just spend time with me, although today she's being oddly antisocial. Normally she's on my lap the whole time I'm over here. And tonight she's just like, nah, I just want to fly solo today. She went outside for about an hour. Hmm, that was a fun playthrough. Didn't go the route I wanted, but that was fun. Relaxing. All right, well, that's another full game completed during these streams. Unlike a lot of people, actually have beaten the majority of the games on here. I don't just stockpile stuff. I've actually been through a decent chunk of these games on stream. Working through them slowly. It helps that a lot of these are like arcade length too, so. Next up, I'm probably going to do Gunstar Superheroes. That's a really underrated game. One of the best games on the system. Dragon Ball Advanced Adventures, another hidden gem. Advanced Guardian Heroes is decent. I kind of wanted to play that again too. Zero Mission I wanted to play again. I was working on WarioWare too. That's another one I'm working on. And PSP, Maverick Hunter X, I wanted to work on Alpha 3 Max. Unlock more characters on Judgment. The Iki Tosen game is pretty decent too. I wanted to play that again. That's basically it in the PSP folder, and then a bunch of arcade stuff I'll be working on during the next few streams. Let me see if I can fix something really quick. You gonna come up now? What's the plan, girl? There she is. Hey, groupie. There she is. What you doing? Now she's finally sitting on my lap. Been very adventurous today, huh? Game runs like shit, unfortunately. Really weird performance issues. It's not my phone either. It's just something's wrong with the game being emulated. I don't know why. Which is a bummer. I had that game back in high school. But it's kind of not playable the way it is right now. Barely qualifies as playable. Which is a shame. It's a really good game. That's the best version of the game too, because it has like bonus content. Could run the CPS2 version fine, but I like the Dreamcast version more because it has more stuff. It's like items to unlock and stuff. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck Seven Deadly Sins are. They're randos to me. I don't know who the hell they are. I don't really care. They need to add more boomer collaborations. I'm too old. I don't know all these Zoomer anime. I only know the boomer ones. Hey, you coming up again? Yeah, she's having some mood swings tonight. What's wrong with you tonight, huh? Yeah. I'm over here to take care of you, and you don't want to hang out today. What's wrong with you today, huh? You're being weird tonight.
8, 7, 6,
What's up with you?
4, 3, 2, 1, fight!
What's up with you today, huh? Yeah.
Round 1. Ready, go! KO! You win! Round 2. Ready, go! Mikitta. KO! You win! Round 3. Ready, go!
But she made up her mind, folks. You made up your mind, huh? I've been here for like 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. Now you make up your mind. We're eating in 20 minutes. Normally what she does is she just sits on my lap forever and doesn't let me get up. Today she feels like being adventurous, I guess. She must have slept like all day or something.
9, 8, fight!
I can tell she's older. I don't know how old she is, but I'm guessing maybe anywhere from 3 to 6 years old. She's not a senior cat, but
Round 1.
so she's been an adult for a while.
Ready, go! Perfect! You win. Round 2. Ready, go! Perfect! You win. Round 3. Ready, go! KO! You win.
What's in this battle pass? What's in here? Even anything worthwhile in here? The value on these things is all over the place. That's pretty shit. Well, it doesn't seem worth it, really. Actually, I mean, the hammers, I guess, would pay for themselves. Weird. Let's have a battle pass that's like, feels like it's PS5 scalper priced. And it's like, the stuff in it is, it's like, it's okay, but you think they would like price it at a range where people wouldn't think twice about buying it, but they don't seem to understand that. It's like if you charge like $20 for that, I guarantee you anybody still playing this game would buy it. But the fact that it's 50 and it doesn't even give you the stuff from the earlier tiers is kind of stupid when you think about it. Some stuff in this game is really nicely priced, and then there's stuff like that. It's like not quite a ripoff, but close enough that you don't impulse buy it, which is like weird because that's the whole way these kinds of games work. Getting you to buy things on impulse that you don't need or aren't really that great of a deal. Like stuff you could easily live without. I don't understand how the people that make the like decisions for the cash items in this game, like their thought processes. Some stuff in here, if you do want to spend money on the game, is a really good deal, and then there's other stuff that's just a complete ripoff. Like, why would you buy that? Especially if you still want to spend money on the game. There's like much better stuff you can get. Like if you bought this, you're pretty close to having a pity. You're relatively close to having a pity, and you probably would get the majority of what you wanted. So if you're wanting to whale on the game, you're probably better off buying that than buying the battle pass. It's not that much more money. Like this is a good deal. This will pretty much max out the stones for a character. So if you had stones and you wanted to max somebody out, there you go. That pretty much fixes it right there. You have to be smart with how you spend money in this game. You can't just buy random stuff. A lot of it is not worth it. I haven't really felt like playing it much though. I'm kind of like leaning towards dropping that game, honestly. Especially when Pinnacle of Combat comes back. You can bet I'm not going to be playing much more KOF All-Star at that point. All right, well, it is approaching the time I need to feed the kitties, so I think I will do one more game tonight, and then that's going to end it for tonight. I'll do one more game tonight. It's getting about that time where I need to feed them. Oh, last game for tonight. I probably will stream more tonight. We'll see. Today I had a really bad tension headache. So I might need to take it easy for a few days. Obviously, getting scanned for $700 is real fucking taxing on your mind. The overall mental capacity. Even though I have, thanks to donations, I've made most of the money back. Still, pretty hard to deal with mentally. So I need to take it easy the next few days. Good night. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop there, actually, folks. I have to feed the kitties in a little bit, and I'm gonna get a little bit more food in my body. So I've been like forgetting to eat. And I've been so depressed about getting scammed and stuff. I think I'm just gonna take it easy. If I do come back tonight after I get off my shift here, I'll probably do some more Kingdom Hearts 3. 'Cause that's just mindless grinding. And I think a mindless grind is what I need right now. So if I do come back, it'll probably be in about an hour, maybe around 11 or so. I might play for a bit before bed. Actually, I'll probably be on through midnight because I haven't made a video for tomorrow yet. I didn't get around to that today. Uh, a huge chunk of today was spent having a really bad headache, and then I went to Best Buy and got the new external hard drive, and I got some headphones from my neighbor, and then I slept a lot because my body's really just exhausted. I did file the police report, so I don't expect them to find the guy. I don't expect to get the money back. Thanks to you guys and people from the Facebook group where that scammer found me in the first place, I pretty much have made most of the money back. I'm probably down like maybe $100, which is really not that big of a deal. I'll make that back in by the end of the month, pretty much. Thanks to the people who supported. In terms of what it'll go towards, I'm going to try to get what upgrades I can. I might actually try to get a new motherboard. That way I can try to find a good motherboard for my chip socket. And maybe I can get like an NVMe drive or some bigger hard drives or something. That would be nice to have in the long run. That might be something I look into. I know it's not as exciting as a new console, but it's a hell of a lot easier to get. They can't give away those motherboards right now because nobody can build a PC right now. I know Newegg is forcing you to buy bundles with motherboards right now. No, I think that would be good future proofing. It's not going to be as much of a future proof as the PS5 would be, obviously, but with the money I received that I got donations from, I'll try to get some cool stuff. There's a couple games coming out in the next few months. I might just like pre-order them all and be done with all that, and then maybe I can put the rest of the funds towards saving up for a PS5 or whatever. It's supposed to be a new Switch at the end of this year too, supposedly. We'll see. I'll catch you guys when I get off shift here. Thanks for watching. Also, thanks to everybody who commented. Obviously, when you get scanned for $7, that puts you at rock bottom really fast. I'm glad so many people stepped up and supported, and the people in the Facebook group are pretty pissed off that this happened too. So hopefully there'll be some progress. I'll see you guys later tonight.